Hello and welcome to A Public Affair. I'm Miranda Jeffries, and tonight on A Public Affair, I'll be talking about Bigfoot. Misunderstood or a menace? But first, you've heard of them. You've probably seen them. You may even know one. They are slowly taking over our country, and because of political correctness, we can't do anything about it. No, they're not foreigners. I'm talking about emos. Stephen Ackrow reports.
Emos. We have all heard of the new teenage crowd, but is this just a trendy new fashion, or will this new fad be a permanent change to society as we know it? We have all asked this question of who started this trend and why. This question prompted A Public Affair to delve into the depths of the emo society in hope to find the one responsible for this catastrophe.
Well, everyone's talking about the phenomenon that is the emo. And so, one day I had an epiphany. I said to myself, I should really find out where this whole emo thing started, Everyone just thinks I'm a big joke.
This is no joke for Sean, and here at A Public Affair, we decided to help Sean document his findings while he searched for his roots as an emo.
Well, basically it all started after I renamed myself Dark Boy. That's cool. Well, I don't know whether it was a sign from God or like a massive amount of blood loss, but written on my hand were the words "Find Root." That's pretty cool,
Well, at first I looked up on the internet to see if there was anything about the heritage of my ancestors, but it wasn't real clear at the start, so I made a few phone calls to my emo friends to see if they knew anything. Sean's friend and committed emo, who would only tell us his name is Black Abyss, decided to help Sean on his search for their ancestor. A Public Affair asked Black Abyss, later found to be Othello James Tyson Matthews, how he feels about Sean's search for the first emo.
I think it's really rad what Sean's doing. I mean, I've always wanted to find my roots, but there's always been like a really great concert on. Like last week, Simple Plan came for one night only, and I just had to see them. Because they show so much emotion in their music.
Without knowing where to start, Sean and Othello took a trip to their local library to do some research and hopefully get some information which will help lead them to the first emo.
Hey Sean, the other day I watched The Craft, and it just reminded me that, Ned Campbell and Robin Tunney and Fairuza Balk, I want to be them. I mean, I want to be like them. I can't explain it. What do you think?
Check it out. A map to the first emo's house.
Whoa.
I know. Rockin' high five, dude.
Yeah.
A Public Affair decided to help young Sean out and offer him the assistance that he needed to complete his journey. Once prepared, they began their search and set off on the road to find out about the heritage not only of themselves, but of emos everywhere. It's so hard to walk all the way here, Like, I asked my mom to take me, but she said she couldn't, she's in Sydney for work or something, Sometimes I think she just hates me so much.
I know, my parents totally hate me. I mean, they keep telling me to stop dyeing my hair and painting my nails black, and they say, get a real personality, Othello. And, I mean, look at these people in these big houses, they've got no problems. I guess we just got dealt a bad hand. Oh shit, there's only 1 hour left of battery on my MP3.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah. After hours of searching for the first emo's house, Sean and Black Abyss managed to find the house which the map appeared to have led to, and with no hesitance at all, Sean rang the doorbell and waited for the door to his past to open.
Hey, I'm Sean, and
Oh, Sean.
this is my friend Othello.
Ooh.
Black Abyss, actually. It's so cool to meet you.
We're just wondering, are you the first emo?
Perhaps.
Sean and Othello spent a large part of the day talking to creator of the emo phenomenon, Dawson Imone Gailey, and questioned him about their roots as emos. A Public Affair managed to get an exclusive interview with Dawson Gailey and asked him how his feelings are on the current situation of emos today.
Ooh. Well, today's emo is a bit dark and boring these days. It's not how I intended it at all. I mean, when I first started out, I expected people to be all happy and exciting. But the kids these days, they're all dark and depressing. Bit of trivia. Ooh, this one's a steamer. Emo. Think about it. I know where it originated from. My middle name, Imone. It was passed on by my father, Richard. He's a lovely man. And I intend on passing it on to my son in the future. And in fact, Kevin and I are expecting a baby anytime soon. I'm able to get pregnant. I have a uterus. Still steaming.
A few weeks after this large ordeal of finding the man who started the phenomenon of the emo experience, A Public Affair decided to track down Sean and Othello and ask them how they have changed their lifestyles after learning that their version of the emo typecast was incorrect.
Well, I guess we were a bit wrong before about being emos, but it's cool because now me and Othello have found a new way of experiencing life. It's called Warhammer. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a really fun game. We're really good at it. Oh, but we should be quiet because they've got a tournament going on in the back. But yeah, about before, I guess we were just living a lie.
I guess you could say that we were hiding behind our emotions too much, because we were emos. So, but this Warhammer, it's just shown us the way to properly live our lives, and it's cool. You should come check it out. It's not nerdy or weird. We just chill out and we listen to Limp Bizkit and Aretha Franklin. So it's all fun and games.
Even though these boys are no longer the epitome of emotional teenagers, they are still a menace to society. But what these boys and recovering emos everywhere do with their lives is up to them.
R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me.